Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and this is just going to be a quick update to a video that I made just a few days ago talking about the systematic failure of the registration process for those people who wanted to register their bullet button rifles as assault weapons here in the state of California. There were multiple problems over the course of a week or even longer where people who were lawfully trying to register their rifles were not being allowed to do so. The system would crash, there were too many people on it, the registration process wouldn't be completed, and so people ran into multiple problems over and over and over. These are people that tried using mobile, these are people that tried using different system browsers, these are people who tried checking their own system speeds, so their broadband speeds and stuff like that, just to make sure it wasn't anything on their end, and weren't able to do so. So by the time the deadline came around, these people were not able to register and not able to comply with the law in their own way, which is registration. There are other ways to get around registration, but that was the way that they chose to go. Those people were not able to register, and so come July 1st, these people woke up as potential criminals. Even though they tried to follow the law, even though they tried to do it the right way, even though they tried to go along with the government's anti-Second Amendment policies and regulations, they're still forced into being criminals because the system wasn't working. Well, recently there's been a case that has now been filed. It's going to be, I believe it's Sharps versus Becerra. Javier Becerra, he is the California Attorney General, and this case is directly going after that. Now, I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. I'm simply telling you guys what I'm reading about this case. And in this case, it's several different gun groups, including the Firearms Policy Coalition, who are going after the California Department of Justice for this systematic failure. Sharps is the plaintiff. Javier Becerra is going to be one of the defendants. And so they're going after this process because all of these people are now technically criminals when they shouldn't have been because they're trying to follow the law. So it's this whole huge debacle. Now, none of these gun groups that I know that are trying to help people who are trying to register actually support registration. I've spoken with the Firearms Policy Coalition myself, and they adamantly say that they do not support registration. What they support is somebody's right to choose the direction in which they want it to go. You can go featureless, you could have went maglocked, but these people chose to follow the law by doing the registration process. And so they don't want these people's civil rights stomped on, the people that were trying to go at it that way. And so they're trying to protect them as well by filing this lawsuit and, potentially fixing the problems that the DOJ caused. These are people who have undergone background checks. These are people who are current firearms owners. We know them to be good people, and yet they are turned into criminals overnight because of failure on the California Department of Justice's side. So just know that there is a lawsuit right now that seeks to correct the problems that the California Department of Justice has caused in this matter. So if you're one of those people, I suggest you contact the Firearms Policy Coalition and let them know the issues that you had if you were trying to register and now believe that you might be in some type of trouble. So keep that in mind. Now, another big thing that happened was Javier Becerra recently withdrew his current regulations to the assault weapons ban. Okay, so separate from registration, this has to do with the Office of Administrative Law and assault weapons ban regulations that were submitted by the Department of Justice over there. I've been getting a lot on this one. People want to know, what does that have to do with us? Does it affect us? Does it mean that the regulations, since they've been withdrawn, are no longer good or valid? People want to know, can I take off my fin? Can I take off my maglock? I mean, I've gotten every question under the, every question you can imagine. So people want to know, and here's the short and very, very common answer, and the answer is no. Okay, as it stands right now, you still have to abide by the law as the law was written. So you either had to have registered by the time that was given, you had to make your rifle featureless or maglock it, the 80% stuff, all of that stuff still stands. So you still have to abide by it right now. The issues that I'm seeing are more along the lines with, possible enforcement. So enforcement, prosecution, how is an officer going to look at it if the regulations are no longer submitted? How is a court going to adjudicate it if the regulations are no longer submitted and available for the public to see? And so it really doesn't change anything, but it does possibly create some type of an issue when you're talking about, the legal side of things. When, if an officer was to, want to get you for something. I don't know. And nonetheless, it doesn't really mean anything for us. Everything stays the same. What it does mean is that Javier Becerra is being accountable for the way that he goes about doing stuff. Okay, the way that he goes about making law through regulation, you know, the way that he tries to enforce law through regulation without a vote, without it going through any type of committee. He basically tries to create law through regulation, and now he's being held to account for that, and he's going to have to resubmit something. But you know, even like a lot of people are saying, he's a very persistent guy, so expect that it's going to be coming back very soon, and we'll see those regulations again submitted to the OAL soon. But anyway, that is a quick update. Maybe not so quick, but that is an update as to the information that I know regarding the assault weapon regulations and regarding Sharp versus Becerra, the registration process lawsuit that's been filed. Thank you all again very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you want some more information, I'll put links to these gun organizations down below. You can check them out. Make sure that if you live in the state of California and want to fight for your rights, or you don't live in the state of California and you're one of those people who ask all the time, what can I do to help you guys? You know, get a membership to the Firearms Policy Coalition. They're one of the best civil rights organizations that I know out there. They don't pay me to say that. I don't get a single dime from them. I'm not affiliated with them, but they do help me answer some questions for you guys, so I do appreciate that. Anyway, links down below. Check them out. Donate some money. Become a member. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.